Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Texans are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Lions, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Houston Texans. First and 10, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Now it's Watson, the bootleg. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep over. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half. And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting. He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On first down, Stafford here. To the left side, complete to Ross. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So the D-line's going to spread out. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Will Tye, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Second down now after the pass completion. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Watson now to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Duncan. And he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Again, it's Foreman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Purnell McPhee in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On second down, here's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off of play action, it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now here is the punter, Shum, as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Stafford looks to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Again, it's Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshall. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they still need 8 yards for the 1st here on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage is coming through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Keith Marshall with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come on, let's go.
Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. I
have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground, right near midfield. From the 50, Stafford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And he's got some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And here's Marshall. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
This is Marshall, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Marshall. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's got it. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On third down. That's Grant. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Corey Grant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Houston. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a play fake here on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Let's go. 190. 190.
To throw on second is Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Duncan. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So after the made field goal, they bring out the punter's chum to send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And it's taken in at the 9. Ooh, the juke. And now running right through it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep. Double time, double time. Here we go. Red 38.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Watson now on second down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Here we go. Red 38.
Now it's Watson. And he fends him off. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Jacob Shum now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Throwing is Stafford. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5. Yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Texans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on, let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Out of the gun, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On first down, Stafford here. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Lions on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. operating from the gun. Stafford. And incomplete here on third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Big 20, big 20.
They snap it to Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Noah Spence in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down. So still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Throwing on third down, Stafford got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Let's go. 190. 190.
On first down, it's Watson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Going to need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? To throw is Watson. A little dump off for Crowell. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On first and 10, Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Back to throw, Stafford. The quick slant caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. They'll try to run it into Marshall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Keith Marshall, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now Foreman, and he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They run again with Foreman. They find some open field here. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Let's go.
On first down, Watson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on second down. And he'll go right back to Macklin. It's complete again. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And the play clock's running down. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A carry for Foreman. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. The Lions on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This will be fielded at the 17. When it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. And they will take a knee here.